The Rothschilds wanted the entire world monopoly for themselves. This next part of history should be of keen interest to all of you, because in 1963, on June 4th, President John F. Kennedy, who was the 35th President of the United States from 1961 to 1963, signs Executive Order 1110, which returns to the US government the power to issue currency without going through the Rothschilds' own Federal Reserve. If you don't understand this concept, please watch the previous video on the Rothschilds to understand where this comes from. We know what followed next. Less than 6 months later, on November 22nd, President Kennedy is assassinated by the Rothschilds for the same reason as the assassinated President Abraham Lincoln in 1865. He wanted to print American money for the American people as opposed to for the benefit of a money-grabbing, war-mongering foreign elite. What happened next is the most interesting. This Executive Order 1110 is rescinded by President Lyndon Baines Johnson, the 36th President of the United States from 1963 to 1969 on Air Force One from Dallas to Washington, the very same day as President Kennedy was assassinated. Another and probably the primary reason for Kennedy's assassination is, however, the fact that he made it quite clear to Israeli Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion that under no circumstances would he agree to Israel becoming a nuclear state. The Israeli newspaper Haaretz on February 5th, 1999, in a review of Avner Cohen's book Israel and the Bomb, states the following, and I quote, "The murder of American President John F. Kennedy brought to an abrupt end the massive pressure being applied by the U.S. administration on the government of Israel to discontinue the nuclear program. The book implied that had Kennedy remained alive, it is doubtful whether Israel would today have a nuclear option. This is where South Africa comes into the fray."